I think in many cases fat is indeed the best filler, and the reason for that, really there's a number. I've been working with fat, especially in the face, for over 25 years, and there's just certain things about it that make it really stand out in comparison to the fillers that you can purchase and inject in your patients. Number one, it's all you. In other words, this isn't any sort of artificial substance that's been manufactured somewhere, and many people find that reassuring. Also, there's a benefit in that when we do fat transfer, we have to get it from somewhere, so there's often a contour benefit, and that maybe you have a little too much in an area, well then that can be reduced and put to good use. I think it also is the best for three-dimensional rejuvenation. In other words, some fillers work well deep, some work well under the skin. I think when they get into that middle zone, I'm not so sure they're going to be so great, but fat, you're just putting it right back into the natural compartments of the face. I think also with every treatment, fat gets better. It's very interesting. I have patients that come back every couple of years, and often they're able to avoid any of the other fillers. All they do is the fat transfer. And each time it seems that the ground is supercharged, so you really need less and less. That's kind of different from the other synthetic fillers, because often with them you get to a point where there can be a phenomenon known as filler face, in fact, where, I don't know, it just doesn't necessarily move as naturally as you'd like, whereas the fat is all natural. And in fact, fat is one of the greatest sources of stem cells. And you know, stem cells are fascinating. More and more work is being done in terms of rejuvenation in many different ways, not just in the field of plastic surgery. And it's all coming from stem cells. So you're going to notice a benefit to your skin when fat is transferred underneath it. There's also, in many ways, the most economical approach. Why is that? Well, because if you're going to do a full facial rejuvenation with fillers, you're probably going to have 3 or 4 different treatments, and that gets very expensive. Whereas if you're doing a single treatment with fat transfer, it can be very cost effective and even more so, very respectful of your time, because let's face it, we're all busy and you want to have 4 separate or 5 separate sequences or a single treatment. So these are many of the reasons why I just absolutely love fat transfer. Obviously, we use the fillers in the practice too, but fat transfer often stands out as the best, especially if you're looking to rejuvenate multiple zones of the face in a single setting.